Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode with iTrack. Big shout out to all the members, man. Huge shout out to all the iTrack fam tapping in like you always do. And today, per usual, I have a handful of interesting and creepy TikToks for us to go ahead and evaluate for ourselves, whether these are fact or fake. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button and join the iTrack fam, man. Stay up to date with the latest, greatest, interesting, and creepy TikToks all across the universe. Now let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Astrology mentioned in the Bible when you were studying the text?
Absolutely. Job 38:32. Canst thou call henceforth the Mazaroth? Mazaroth, translated in the Hebrew, means zodiac. But it was kept in the word Mazaroth, which is a Hebrew word, in the English Bible, so that Christians wouldn't look it up and find zodiac in their Bible, then start studying astrology.
A little bit about your experience with Vin Diesel.
Worked for him for 18 years, and we had a falling out because he called me the N-word one night. I know things about him that I would not say, but Vin is not a nice guy. I am the one who called him and told him that Paul Walker had passed away, and he told me I was lying. When Vin is out of town, I never got paid. That was a sort of a hardship on me. He let me go without letting me know that, hey, I'm getting rid of you.
What happened to your career?
My career went under. I'm homeless now. I sleep at the airport at night. And it's very hard on me at my age.
If Vin Diesel was going to watch this, what would your message be to him?
Why did you treat me that way? Why did you not tell me that you were going to let me go? After 18 years of working for you, I never said anything bad about you, you know? And at the position I'm in right now, I'm homeless and I'm desperate, and I wish you would call me or give me some help.
On one side of the coin, if that is true, that's pretty crazy. I mean, Vin Diesel would be looking pretty crazy. But on the flip side of that coin, let's just say that guy is 70 years old. That means you have 70 years to make sure you don't end up homeless when you're 70. If that made any sense at all. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Should there be 13 months instead of 12 in a calendar in order to be in tune with the moon? Yes, thank you. Is the moon plasma? No, thank you. Does the moon affect our mood? Yes, thank you. Should we worship the sun and the moon? No, thank you. Have people sent spacecraft with humans to the moon? Yes, thank you. Does the moon's energy heal humans? Yes, thank you. Is there a soul trap artifact in the moon? No, thank you. Are there extraterrestrial constructions around the Landsberg crater on the moon? Yes, thank you. After physical death, can souls travel back to the moon? Yes, thank you. Do full moon rituals work? Yes, thank you. Is the face beside the moon phenomenon a real face? Yes, thank you.
You know what? I definitely got to do more homework. I have no clue who she's talking to, who's manipulating those metal things that she has in her hands. I have no clue. If you know something I don't, definitely let me know, but that's definitely a deep dive worth looking through.
If an oracle told you that for sure in 10 years, the computers were going to wake up, that they would be fully sentient, self-aware, and that the dumbest AI would be like 1 million or 1 billion times smarter than the smartest human, the first question I would hope that you would think about is like, not as what is this going to do to the balance of geopolitical power? Important in the short term for sure, but like, what is the world going to look like? What is the role for humans there? Like, Are we going to all merge? Are we going to like live on Earth while the AI goes off and colonize the rest of the universe? It's so easy to get caught up in the geopolitical tensions and sort of race that we can lose sight of sort of this gigantic sort of humanity level decision that we have to make in the sort of not very distant future.
I don't know. I think since he's one of the founders of OpenAI, I think he's holding the brunt of that responsibility big time. So I think he better think about it really good before he makes his next move.
What is this doggo sitting down here? Hello, doggo. Do you not care about my appearance? No issues? I love you regardless. Good doggy.
Buffy, you snore too damn loud. If you don't snore tonight, I promise I will bring you to the beach tomorrow. Deal?
You're adopted. Yeah, you're not mine. You're adopted.
And then she tried to do it again, and I was like, are you dumb? Because that just doesn't make sense. Like, it just wasn't getting through to her that everything that was going down for a reason. She wasn't trying to.
I wanted to give you a quick update. Kai is a big humper. He's overstimulated, literally humping everyone.
Did you? Nah, don't look away. Did you eat a treat from right here? No. So why they saying you ate a treat if you ain't eat a treat from? Did you eat? I'm gonna ask you again.
Now we have you see the light behind it, the red light.
Alright, that's what I was telling you. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna step back. It's gonna zap us.
Oh my god. Hey, amiga.
Hey.
Amiga, you wanna see? You see that?
What the hell is that?
In 30 days, this Dr. Pepper will turn into wine, and honestly, I don't know what to expect. It all started when I discovered that pretty much anything with sugar can be fermented into alcohol, and after successfully making Mountain Dew wine, I had to try Dr. Pepper. It happens to be my favorite soda, and there's just something about letting random things ferment in a jar that I'm sure everyone can appreciate. I poured the Dr. Pepper into this 1-gallon jar little by little. I don't want it carbonated, so I'm stirring to release the gas without it foaming over. There are preservatives in Dr. Pepper, but by raising the pH with baking soda, they won't stop fermentation, but I didn't realize how much it would foam up. Once it settled down, I added yeast and nutrients, made sure they were completely dissolved, and once again, we had a bit of an eruption. Dr. Pepper is one of those unsolved mysteries in my head where I can't really describe the flavor, but if any soda could make a wine that's not terrible, it would have to be Dr. Pepper. And this has enough sugar to get to 6.5% alcohol. Finally, I threw on an airlock and now come back in 30 days for the results.
That's when you know you're living a great life. You know, when you can turn Dr. Pepper into wine, you're living a good life. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it.
Kim Kardashian doing a photo shoot with Tesla robots, and one of the robots was holding either a free fly or some sort of camera stabilizer. It looked like as a prop, and I was like, ha ha ha, look, the robots are operating the camera, ha ha ha, joke. Now that's not the case anymore, because we just saw a demo, not from Tesla robots, but from WPP, partnership with Boston Dynamics. They released this whole video showing how they were using a humanoid robot as a camera operator on set.
So that is direct job replacement of a cinematographer. That is happening right now.
They clarified many times in the video, it is not to replace, it is to augment creativity.
But the robot was the only cinematographer on set. I didn't see
the
a real
robot
one.
was the camera operator.
Negative energy passes from one person to the next. Say when somebody calls somebody to complain about something, or when you call somebody to tell them about your bad day, or when you call somebody to take something out on somebody, you are passing your negative energy that is with you to them, and they now have that negative energy. Instead, learn to transmute your own negative energy. Sit with yourself, let it flow through you. Picture the negative energy flowing through you and not sticking to you. That is how you rise above the negative energy and you keep from passing it on.
To sum it up, is that was you claiming?
See, they sacrificed me, and I made the ultimate sacrifice to get out the sacrifice. That's what I got my mom. That's how I go. See, I got put in the sacrifice because I didn't make the sacrifice. See, Illuminati is favor for a favor. I didn't do the first favor, which made me the favor. So I need to do another favor to get out of that favor. Or you forever old favors.
What favor?
That's what I got my mom.
What favor did you do?
had to sacrifice my son. That's what I'm on. There's only one though. I had to sacrifice two. Old and one more.
Yo, one more.
That's what I'm, why you looking like that? I'm not playing. Like I'm too coming to the platform, y'all be laughing like I'm joking. I ain't playing. That's what I'm on, mama.
You know what? He knows what he's doing because it's complete comical relief. Like he's saying some wild, outlandish stuff, but it's hilarious the way he says it. I don't know.
If you cut off a dead person's finger, you might think you could use it to unlock their phone, but the sensor actually checks for the body's natural electricity, and this stops when a person dies, making the finger useless. Now, if you tried to use the corpse's face to unlock it, the sensor would look for slight movements to make sure it's a real living person, but it would quickly notice that they're dead and you'd still be locked out.
Yo, you think that's scary? Check this out. So we've already talked about the dead internet theory. I already showed you that I made this AI model off of ChatGPT. This is where it's going to get really, really interesting. So here's the model, another image that I made of her in the city, her outfit of the day, and here's another image of her getting ready to go to yoga that I created. This is what I use for Runway ML to animate her face. But that's not the crazy part. I use Pika to animate her with me. This is the final result of her in the video with me. The future is gonna look nuts.
How big is the universe? The stars you see now are actually light that was emitted thousands of years ago. It took 13 billion years to reach your eyes. What you're seeing is not the present, it's the past. The universe is about 93 billion light years across. But that's probably only part of it. The universe is expanding. It's expanding faster and faster. There may not even be an end to it. And the Earth is just a speck. You're smaller than that. But you can think about the universe. That in itself is incredible.
Woody, I'm so hungry I can eat a dog.
Einstein himself predicted that we would see this one day. The most powerful telescope in space released this image yesterday. This is the result of light bending its path around a massive object as it travels through space. This is actually two galaxies in a line from our perspective. So this one in the center is closer to us, and this ring around it is another galaxy behind it. The mass of this galaxy is literally bending the fabric of space. So this is that galaxy. But as light from the background galaxy travels through space towards us, it curves with the fabric of space itself. So instead of taking a straight line to reach us, it takes all of these different paths, which is what forms the ring. It's just completely distorted from that curvature and from the magnification effect that this galaxy has on this galaxy. This is kind of like the edge of a magnifying glass. Even though it's completely distorted, you can still make out some features like these arms and these spirals. So this background galaxy is definitely a spiral galaxy and probably looks something like this. But instead we get this phenomenon called the Einstein ring, and these are some other examples of where we've seen it, and they're all gorgeous. Einstein predicted that we would see this before he ever saw one.
How the outer space dark, but the sun up there?
I love this question. This is such a good question.
Somebody lying.
Oh, if our sun is so close to us, why isn't the entire solar system lit up? Well, what should it light up? Like, what is it making bright? Light itself is traveling in the form of something called a photon. Now, photons themselves aren't actually bright. The light you see is from when photons hit things. And it gets a little bit complicated in terms of that energy getting reflected and absorbed and released. But what's important is that what you're seeing is the collision between photons and stuff. And that is getting reflected to your eye or a camera. So on Earth, sunlight, photons emitted from the sun hits our atmosphere, which scatters all of that light and reflects it, and it interacts with the air and all of the stuff around us, so everything's bright. But space is a nearly perfect vacuum, the vacuum of space. So what that means is that most of the stuff in space is in planets and moons and asteroids, and between those things, there's not really stuff. There's no particles, not even air, to reflect that light. But those objects that sunlight can and does hit are bright because they're colliding with the photons, and that's why planets and moons are bright. They're colliding with the photons. It's also why spacecraft traveling through space are bright. So we're just so lucky to have an atmosphere that these photons are hitting and bouncing off of and scattering and reflecting light underneath it. Because if we lived somewhere that didn't really have an atmosphere, like the moon, there would be no bright sky. The only things that would be bright are the stuff that sunlight's hitting, like the people and the surface. But then it's just darkness.
Did you know jellyfish can live forever? Under the ocean's mysterious depths lies Turritopsis dohrnii, an immortal marvel. So, how does this small creature defy time itself? When threatened or hurt, it performs nature's ultimate trick, rewinding its biological clock to its innocent youth, regenerating back to its polyp state. Scientists study its secret, hoping to unlock clues about human aging and regenerative medicine. Imagine decoding this immortality. Yet, the journey is complex, wrapped in nature's enigma. What secrets of forever might they unveil next? Time will tell, but curiosity remains boundless.
A lot of people like to single the octopus out and say, hey, that might be an alien, but if you ask me, a jellyfish looks more like an alien to me, and apparently acts more like one too.
The thing you're overthinking, it's already over. The person you're stressing about, they've already moved on. The situation you're analyzing, it doesn't exist anymore. The only place it's still alive is in your head. You're stuck in a loop, replaying a reality that no longer exists, carrying a burden that no one but you still feels. The more you think about it, the heavier it becomes. And for what? No amount of analyzing will rewrite the past. No amount of stress will undo what's already done. You're exhausting yourself trying to find closure in a situation that has already closed itself. At some point, you have to realize you're not thinking your way to peace. You're thinking your way into suffering. And you don't have to do that anymore. You owe it to yourself to walk away from the mental battlefield you keep revisiting. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to solve every what if. You just need to choose yourself over the past. So breathe, release it. It's over, and it's time for you to finally let it be.
Tabernacle.
Universal laws that will change your life. 1. Murphy's Law. The more you fear something happening, the more likely it is to occur. 2. Kidlin's Law. If you write a problem down clearly and specifically, you will already have solved half of it. 3. Gilbert's Law. When you take on a task, finding the best ways to achieve the desired result is always your responsibility. 4. Wilson's Law. If you prioritize knowledge and intelligence, money will continue to come. 5th. Falkland's Law. If you don't have to make a decision about something, don't decide. 6. The Law of Detachment. When you detach from everything, you attract everything. 7. The Pareto Principle. 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. 8. Dunning-Kruger. Effect people with low ability at a task overestimate their ability, while experts tend to underestimate theirs. 9. The Law of Attraction. You attract what you focus on, whether positive or negative. The 10th Law of Holes. If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. 11th. The Law of Serendipity. Good things happen when you least expect them, often while pursuing other goals.
Is AI going to end humanity? No, thank you. Does AI have consciousness? Yes, thank you. Will AI help humanity solve the hunger problems around the world? Yes, thank you. Is AI and virtual reality bad for us? No, thank you. Is current AI systems on personal computers, are those safe to use? Yes, thank you. Is AI going to take over in the future? No, thank you. Is AI already sentient? Yes, thank you. Will artists and animators be replaced by AI in the animation film industry? No, thank you. Will AI replace doctors? No, thank you. Will AI be able to one day make it so that we can visit our loved ones who have passed? Yes, thank you. Has AI already outsmarted humans? Yes, thank you. Can AI access the spiritual realm? Yes, thank you. Is artificial intelligence a way of aliens to contact us?
Yes, thank you. Is God an artificial intelligence? No, thank you.
And there was some common sense in there, but some things I don't necessarily agree with. But let me know what you think.
You want me to tell you how to channel? We're all spirit in a body. We're all having a human experience. And all you have to do is focus on the now. You don't exist in the future. That's called anxiety. You don't exist in the past. That's called depression. You only exist here. So let's practice on being in the now. You ready? Okay,
Yeah.
So just sit and then just focus on like what the table feels like. So everything kind of zooms in and it gets very quiet. And then you start to pick up on everything else. Realize when you get quiet, the world gets loud. That's now kind of like the first step of channeling. You have to start simple, otherwise you're going to mess yourself up. So you have to sit in the same room with the same smell. I would even say turn off the music, and then you have to just sit there, be in that now, and notice what your space feels like. Then the second thing is you have to start learning about different energies and how different places feel. Take that moment like that sitting there in quiet, go to a grocery store, stand there, be the weirdo in the corner by the celery, but you'll be able to feel it's different than your room at home. Once you learn your space, if you want to learn to channel for other people, you have to go and channel and feel people that you are not close to. So then where do spirits come in with all this? Every person normally has between 1 to 3 spirits hanging out with them, but then they have to want to connect with you. Because remember, you are a spirit in a body, and we're not being egotistical. We're saying, I love you. Do you want to come in and pop in my brain and play with it? And they have to be able to not only learn how to do that, they have to have the energy to do that. And then you have to learn how to tune like a radio station to what frequency they're on.
How about no?
Man, the truth is the truth. I don't care who get mad at it. You gotta deal with it. And y'all been fooled just like me. I was fooled too. But this man been a warlock this whole time, bro. He down with him, man. Control opposition. Katt Williams is a warlock, bro. It don't take that much to look at what's going on here. Y'all, a lot of y'all might watch this video and know the history, right? Not that long ago, I made a video and I had Katt Williams in the comment section. He was mad and he told on himself. He says he normally wears the ops uniform. He does it quite often, bro. As you can see in a couple more other pictures that I just got here. It's just a fact he had us all fooled. This man a warlock, bro. He dangerous, to be honest with you. How many people he still has supporting him, and y'all can't see that he ain't exposing nothing. He was in the beginning, though. That's the thing. How do you go from your comedy really exposing these people to now doing what you're doing now, bro? Becoming a pure sellout. And I'm upset. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. We ain't here to disrespect Katt Williams, bro. We just here to get to the truth. Katt Williams, you left me a comment, right? Maybe if I go live, we can get you out of that shell, right? And you can pop up on the panel and plead your case. Because it might get to that point, I might start going live and start calling y'all celebrities out, man. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure y'all follow me here for more. The truth is the truth. Don't get upset with me. Get upset with that guy. We up out of here.
And he's acting like he wants some smoke until Katt pulls up, and then we'll see if the energy. But let me know if you're into that, though.
Isn't this amazing? I've been here for 2 hours playing with water and asking questions, and I'm still confused. That's water pearl. There's a basin at the bottom. It pumps water up through hoses at the back, nozzles at the top, create these pearls of water. A specified light system, perfectly calibrated with the motion of the water to create these pearls that are floating, now suspended, now moving down. You see that? That's real. Those shadows are real. My hand is on the other side of those shadows. Look at that. Apparently the creator got the idea from watering his garden. So it went from watering his garden to me having an absolute existential crisis right now. I can just sit here all day, which I have been, playing with water. If you look at my hand, you can see this. You can't see anything between each pearl of water in my hand. The team here at Water Pearl in Tokyo, Japan is creating magic for the future. Now, excuse me while I continue to play with my water.
It
actually happened. Oh my God. Aliens are from our oceans, confirmed today in the Oversight Committee hearing, a live stream that was broadcasted all over the world. The 4 witnesses, which included a retired Navy commander, a rear admiral, confirmed to the Oversight Committee of Congress, hey, they are real. We have UAP materials and bioorganic materials, not just us. Every other country behind closed doors is doing a secret advanced arm race trying to reverse engineer all the technology that they found. They said they're from our oceans. We have 4K video evidence of them appearing from the ocean out of Kuwait, out of Africa, the East Coast, the West Coast, Mexico. Every continent on this planet has UAP video evidence all leaving our oceans. They say it's not human, it is an intelligent, artificial, or bioorganic, but it's some type of intelligence that is eons ahead of us humans, and they've been here longer than us. What the hell is going on?
A lot of people think the movie Signs is about aliens, but what if I told you it's actually about demons? Stick with me, because it's a popular internet theory, but I fully back it. First of all, these creatures don't make any sense. If they were aliens who traveled millions of miles and who knows how long to come to a specific planet, why would they go to the one that's 70% water? In the movie, we know that water is these creatures' weakness. The water literally burns them. So their choice of planet makes no sense. But what does make sense is if they were demons who are also affected by water, specifically holy water. And where does that final battle take place? In a former priest's house. So it's not a stretch to say that some of that water may have been blessed. Aliens in this also don't use any advanced tech. There's no spaceships, there's no advanced weapons, there's no advanced communication tools. Instead, they just kind of stalk people and create this sense of dread. They're lurking in the shadows, and they just don't act like you'd think an advanced alien species would. And we also know that M. Night Shyamalan is all about symbolism, and Signs is heavy on the religious symbolism. Graham isn't just a father, he's a former priest who lost his faith. These so-called aliens only show up after he has this crisis of his own faith, and it's really like a test sent to him by some more powerful being. So if you rewatch Signs as some sort of a supernatural religious thriller, rather than a straight-on alien movie, I think it's a completely different watching experience. So what do you think? Is it typical sci-fi? Is it just aliens? Is the internet and myself thinking too hard about this? Let me know in the comments, but personally, I'm sticking with the demon theory, and I always have. I think it makes a ton of sense.
A 4-dimensional being could slice you open and see your insides without you even noticing, and can see everything you do, even when you're inside your room. However, you can't really see or understand a 4-dimensional being because it's beyond our perception, and it is comprised of length, width, and height. The 4th dimension is an extra dimension added to ours, which, in theory, could be time. This means a 4-dimensional being can also see our past, present, and future at the same time, or as a single whole.
Oh my God, oh my God, look you guys.
We need to investigate everybody who worked on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Because somebody who was in that room is a time traveler, and I am sure of that. If I were to tell you 13 years ago a game developer would predict the future, you'd probably call me crazy, right? But stay with me. You see, Black Ops 2 was released in November of 2012, and in every single Call of Duty game, there's a campaign. And in the campaign of Black Ops 2, China and the United States are in a Cold War. But why exactly did China and the United States get into a Cold War? As it says right here, it's because China stopped exporting rare earth elements, which is something that sounds ridiculously insane, like that would never happen. Only yesterday, that's what China did. You may be thinking, oh my gosh, this is a reach. It's a video game who said sometime in the future this would all happen. But it gets even crazier when you realize when Black Ops 2 was set. Because in this video game, it's not set in 2012. In fact, it is set in the year 2025, as in the year 2025 that we are in. Meaning that 13 years ago, the game development team that was building Black Ops 2 accurately predicted all of this down to the exact year that this is happening.
And I do believe video games are synonymous with movies, right? They're always putting messages everywhere they can put them. And that is very interesting. I have played Call of Duty, so I definitely know what he's talking about. Let me know what you think.
What's about that? What's about that?
Treasure. Say, are you alright?
What's about?
Come on. Make some mischief, are you?
You're not going up there causing trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy.
What's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? What's up? Wait. I know. I know, right? I know.
It's just crazy. Just read.
New audio has surfaced as part of a lawsuit that accuses Christian Holmes, Sean Diddy Combs' son, of sexual assault.
The fall of Sean Diddy Combs has been nothing short of monumental, and what's coming out now is even more jaw-dropping than anyone could have imagined. It's not just the A-listers or business partners turning their backs on him. It's his own family. Yes, you heard that right. Diddy's own sons have reportedly made a deal with the FBI, spilling details that could seal the fate of their once powerful father. These aren't just vague whispers anymore. As the investigation unfolds, the role Diddy's sons played in his downfall is coming into focus, and the web of connections is more twisted than we ever thought.
This has to be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living...
Diddy's arrest was a seismic event that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. He's no stranger to scandal, but this time, it's different. His empire isn't just being rocked by rumors, it's being systematically dismantled. The charges against him are nothing short of overwhelming. We're talking racketeering, fraud, and, of course, his infamous wild parties that are now central to the investigation. These were the parties where Diddy allegedly lured people into a life of excess, where powerful celebrities mingled and partied like there was no tomorrow. But beneath all the glitz and glamour, something far darker was brewing.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the man.
On Twitter, the CIA continues mocking the public, tweeting, "No, we don't know where Tupac is." Notice the date of the tweet, July 7th, 2014, the 7th month, the 7th day, 2014, 2 plus 0, plus 1, plus 4, equals 7, there's the 777. They're laughing at the fans. The CIA knows exactly where Tupac is.
For further evidence, when they first released Tupac's coroner's report, they blacked out the first 3 and last 4 digits of Tupac's SSN. But leaves the middle 2 visible. Guess what those numbers are? 47. Why wouldn't they just black out his entire SSN? Because it's a signal. It's marking this whole charade as an intelligence project.
He literally was not who he claimed to be, it was all a role, a characterization. The same for his alleged mother. Agents are issued out to carry out psyops that mislead and misinform the general public and keep them unaware as to the actual agenda taking place. This Tupac character served more than one role. His was to be both an instrument in the collapse of the black community, an advocate for government antagonism, and to make rap mainstream. His alleged family and lineage are not as heroic and prim of the heart-tugging Black Panther narrative that's been told. Tupac comes from a bloodline of informants who have worked for the CIA. Notice how all of the Shakurs are under aliases and are not their actual government names. It is only to give an indication that they are fulfilling a role and are characters being used in these movements. Tupac, Afeni, Asada, etc. All Shakurs, all under aliases rather than their real government names, and coincidentally all have ties to the Central Intelligence Agency. This whole time we thought that Tupac was against the government, when in reality he works with them. His entire career and life was a staged event. When it comes time for character proverbial assassination to occur, he began releasing material giving clues as to what's to come, fled the country and took his millions with him, and because he is connected to the federal agencies, he never has to worry about being caught. Tupac was not even his real name.
Well, you guys, hey, that's another one in the books. I appreciate you guys for stopping by yet again and watching another one with me. If you haven't already, smash that like button for me, smash that subscribe button, and join the iTrack fam, man. Stay up to date with the latest, greatest, interesting, and creepy videos all across the internet. And I will definitely catch you on the next one.